Eating the seafood, eating the seafood. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Yes, the food is beautiful down where it's wetter. Hello, I'm Tupperware Pete, and I'm going to be cooking a seafood risotto in the Tupperware pressure cooker. Now, this is the one-pot wonder that will take 20 to 30 minutes, what your slow cooker takes 4 to 8 hours to do. This will do in 20 to 30 minutes what your crock pot takes 2 hours to do, right? So it works on the efficiency of popping into a microwave oven, but it still retains all the health benefits of traditional pressure cooking your food, all right? So all you have to do, down in the... Please don't look too closely, I do use this. I do have a couple, as you can see, right? So there's a minimum line, there's a maximum line. Get the food in between the two, and it really is that easy. So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to make the recipe... When you purchase the Tupperware Micro Pressure Cooker, or the MPC as we call it in the biz, right? You do get an e-version of the Micro Pressure Cooker recipe booklet that arrives to your email inbox. Just message me if you don't have it and you want it. There's quite a few different recipes in here. I've got the seafood risotto. If you know me, you know I don't use recipes. However, I'm going to halve this recipe because I didn't get 500 grams of marinara mix. I'm just making this for me for lunch, right? So I'm going to halve it. So I just needed to get the quantities right. Normally I just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now I'm going to halve it. So I've got about 250 grams of just marinara mix. These are the Tupperware Clearmates. You can take these to some of the delis and some of the supermarkets. They'll pop them on the scales. They'll zero out your container and you just say, can I get 250 grams of marinara mix? They pop that into there, they seal it, and you're not bringing home any single-use waste, any single-use plastic. You're reusing your Tupperware. So not only are you going to save money, you're also going to save landfill, hashtag heal the planet, all right? So what we've got in there, we've got our 250 grams of marinara mix. We'll pop that into the sink. And then I'm just halving this recipe, so I do need the recipe mix. So I've got, normally it's 500 grams of marinara mix and 1.5 cups of arborio rice, right? So what I'm doing is, 1.5 is, so half of one is a half a cup measure. 1.5, half of a half is a quarter. Did you understand my working out? I know what I'm talking about. This is the arborio rice. I've got this in a modular mate. I don't eat risottos very often, but when I do, I like to use the risotto rice, which is the arborio rice. Now, I've got my label on this side, and I've got a label on this side, because then it doesn't matter which way you pop it into the pantry. You've always got a label facing the outside, and you've heard me say it before. I'll say it again. The only time labels are necessary is for a container in your pantry. All right? So you grab the tab, you peel the seal. That's how you extend the life of your seal, all right? So all we're going to do is grab our rice. We will measure that up, one of them and one of them. So that is, I could have used a 3/4 measure, couldn't I? That's all good. We're going to pop that into there. There's our rice. Then it calls for some garlic. Now, this is the Tupperware garlic keeper. It's like a garlic or shallot keeper. Can you see the picture on the front there? I keep garlic in here. I buy garlic bulk, and I just fill it up there. And that, in my pantry, well, actually, I leave it out by the kitchen sink, as a matter of fact. During wintertime, this will last the entire winter, 4, 5, 6 months. In the summertime here in southeast Queensland, I can get about 3 months out of it. And I keep my garlic press in with the garlic, so I don't have to keep rummaging through the drawer. I know exactly where my garlic press is. It's in with the garlic. So I'm going to just grab a few pieces of oh, that one's a hard one. There we go. We've got some garlic. And if you've seen me cook before, you will know 1 clove of garlic means 4. And it's not optional. It's a requirement, all right? So what here? Oh, look, this is perfect. This is the garlic press, right? It's all in one piece. Let me show you how to use this, right? So this will, you grab your garlic, right? I'm going to have to do it all. Why did I choose 4 cloves? Oh, that one jumped out. Maybe we're only going to do 3. What you do is you pop that underneath here, in here. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. See, there's those little ribs there, right? And then you've got that piece there, and then you've got that piece here with the little indentation, right? So that's because it's designed to cut, crush, and peel your garlic and mince your garlic all in the one device, and you're never going to lose any bits to it, all right? So what you do is you pop this into here. We're going to trim this garlic. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to do this for the camera, and normally if I'm cooking in my kitchen without the camera, it's very easy. So see, that trims out there, right? You just pop that into there. Can you see that? I've got that into there. Yeah. And we're going to crush it. Then you just take that out. I'm going to pop that straight into there. I just remove that skin. If I can. I'm trying to do it with one hand so I can then show the camera. See, there's the skin removed, right? So there's your garlic that's cut. It's crushed. It's peeled. Now we're going to just pop it straight into there and we're going to mince it. Now, if you do need to use a knife, I've got my Tupperware Mastro knife with the protective cover on the side. If you are going to slice that garlic, use the back of the knife. Don't use the blade. Use the back of the knife, and then you can just scrape that down into there. Let's do it again. I'm only going to do 2 cloves because otherwise we'll be here all day just crushing garlic. All right. So what we'll do, pop it this way. Right, there we go. Let's do it again. Are you ready? That gets rid of that. Pop that into there. That just crushes that. You just take that out there. Pop that straight into there. Get rid of that skin. Thank you very much. And then we crush it. There we go. Grab that there. How easy is that? Now, in my Tupperware pressure cooker, there's my marinara mix with my rice and my garlic. Now, we need some sort of liquid. Have you seen my video where I made my homemade chicken stock in here? So I just put the carcass of a chicken like a rotisserie chicken or a barbecue chook, pop that into there with all of my herbs, spices, water, filled it to the fill line, popped it in for 25-30 minutes. Then I actually popped it into the freezer in my little bubby freezer containers, and you can get labels, and I popped them in. So there is there, and there's my other container. Now, that is actually 400, together, the two of them is 420 mils, which is perfect for when I'm halving this recipe, all right? Like, that's it. Now all you have to do, you line the arrow up on the base with the arrow up on the top. You line them up with the arrows down on the bottom of here. This here can tell you, can you see here? This tells you turn it that way to take the cover off, you turn it that way to pop the cover on. So we're going to turn it that way to pop the cover on. Lock that into place, and instead of standing on the stove top stirring your risotto while you're slowly adding liquid, or popping it in a crock pot or a slow cooker, this is going to take it for, the recipe actually says 23 minutes, which normally I just do 20 minutes, but let's pop it in for a proper 23 minutes, all right? So, in a 900 watt microwave, so mine is a 900 watt microwave. While that's in there, let me just reset all of this. What I'm going to do now is just show you, I'm going to whip up just a quick little salad in my Tupperware salad spinner. Calling out around the world. This is the Tupperware salad spinner, which is great for storing, if you've got, your cooked prawns in here, or your bugs or anything that you want to slowly drain away. There's a little dimple on the bottom here. That basket sits on that dimple, which is what makes it spin. So if you're storing your seafood or your fruit salad, you want it to drain away, because fruit salad and seafood will last a lot longer with the juices drained away. This is ideal. If you're going camping or caravanning or motorhoming, you pop your smalls in here with a little bit of nappy sand. You don't have to rinse when you use nappy sand. Pop your smalls in there. You might want to seal that with the seal that it comes with. Go over a bumpy ride and it washes itself for you. And then that time, when you get to where you're going to, you can just take them out, tip the water out, pop the water in. You can rinse if you have to, and then all you have to do is just pop the top onto there, give that a bit of a spin dry. There is a built-in hole here, so you can just tip the water out, do a little bit more, not a problem. So there's no messing about, right? So what I'm going to do is, let me show you. Speaking of messing about, let's just get into it, right? Well, let me show you. In here, I've got my I forgot to put this in the fridge last night. So I've got a little bit of, that one is a little bit manky. We're just going to pop some lettuce leaves into here, right? Just some Forgot to put it in the fridge last night after doing my video. So, whoops-a-daisy, we won't do that again. All right, so let's get rid of that brown bit. There we go, just the end bits are a little bit brown. Let's remove those. And then what we're going to do is, I've got some Asian greens, which need a wash, right? So we're just going to, look at that, they're absolutely gorgeous. Asian greens in my VentSmart container, I can get about 2 weeks out of. So we're just going to do some of these, some of the newer leaves, which are going to be really quite tender and delicious. Let's just pop a few of those into there. 2 cars hot, they stick together in a Tupperware smart. Yes, they do. All right, so we'll pop them into there. Then I've got, look at these. I've still got these cherry tomatoes in here. They're at least 2 or 3 weeks old, right? So I've got some of those. Oh, that one needs to get removed. But, oh, and that one needs to get removed. But the rest of them are brilliant. Let's pop them into there and we will wash them, all right? Then what we have got all of these other little bits and pieces, right? So I've got my cucumber. I'll show you how I do that in just a minute, right? Then we've got thyme, oregano, spring onions, and some Tupperware scissors in my low VentSmart container, right? So all I'm going to do now is prep this up. Am I the only one that keeps the rubber bands that the veggies get coming, right? All we're going to do is grab your VentSmart container, right? So you grab your VentSmart container, you line up your spring onions, and you just chop it where they are so that you can actually fit them in, right? There we go. Perfect. Look, oh, actually, the ends of those might just need removing, so we will just pop those scissors. There we go. Pop those scissors there. Let's just trim those manky bits off. We pop them straight into there. How awesome is that? Right, so we've got those. Then we've got, oh, there's the salt. We've got some oregano. How gorgeous is this? Look at it. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to just tear off a few handfuls of that. I'm going to throw that straight into here. And I'm not going to, oh, we might as well throw that in there as well. I'm not going to do the thyme just yet. Ooh, and time, it could have been so much more. And what we're going to do is just quickly fill this up at the sink with a little bit of water. Talk amongst yourselves for this bit, right? Talk amongst yourselves. We've got that happening there. Give that a bit of a wash. Now let's pretend, here we go. Let's pretend this is the kitchen sink. Because what I'm going to do is I want to show you how you can drain it. You just drain that water off. Now look how, I don't know if you can see that. It's amazing. You really need to wash it because look at, that's just not very washed very much at all. But look how much dirt came off that. How incredible is that? Now this is the fun stuff, right? You ready? Give that a bit of a spin. Now, let me show you this handle. Not only does this part, hang on, I've never done this without the base. Not only does this part spin around, right, like that, but this handle spins around, so it's a lot easier on your wrist, all right? So all we're going to do is spin that dry, give it a spin dry. You'll be spinning and singing and the prize is winning when you're making salad, yum! All right, we'll just tip that water. Look at that. Tip that water out. Yum. Let's just give that another little bit of a spin dry. Oh, maybe the other way. Oh. Look, see? How incredible is that? All right, let's remove that water. Look at that. That came off that salad. I'm so glad I washed it and spun it dry. And then there you're left with your greens. Now, if you're not ready to eat, you just seal that, pop that in the fridge. You can stack things on top of it until you're ready to have your salad, all right? So all I'm going to do now is grab my little 740ml Allegra. Now, if you're making a big salad, look at this, I love it. It's highly polished on the inside, so the salad dressing sticks to the salad instead of the inside of the salad bowl. And the outside looks like a piece of pottery. It looks ceramic, but it's a slightly textured, so it allows for that grip if you've got like an oily or a wet hand or something like that. This seal here, this is ideal if you want to, see how there's that thumb mark in there? So see, what you do is you put your thumb down in there, grab onto the tab, and in the summertime when the weather is fine, it makes the best frisbee. Woohoo! Oh, whoops-a-daisy, better not do that again. If you want to make a really big salad, then of course you go for the really big bowl with a really big frisbee, and that's 5 litres, or you can do it as a punch bowl. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to do the small bowl, right? You know what I'm like. Digress. There we go. We are going to pop that straight into there. Now what I am going to do is just chop this oregano up because, oh, excuse me, because we don't want chunky oregano bits happening into here. Okay, we're going to chop them straight up into there. Or we might throw some of those Asian greens into there as well. That way it's going to end up looking a little bit like parsley, which is yummy. We'll just tear those leaves off a little bit more. Go. There's a little bit more happening into there. Pop that straight into there. And we will there we go. Chop up some oregano. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll dump that straight onto the top. I do love my oregano. What we will do is grab a few spring onions and we will give these a bit of a wash. I'm not going to bother about rinsing them. I just wanted to show you that salad spinner because it's awesome, right? So we will just grab our Tupperware scissors, slice up a few of those spring onions or green onions or shallots or whatever you want to call them in your neck of the woods, pop them straight down onto there, grab your Vent Smart container, seal it, and on the ones that have a narrow, oh, we've got a bit of beard, we need to shave that off a little. On the ones that are small, you've got your fruits on the one side, you've got your veggies on the other side. So what you do is, you look that up, you play Tupperware Pictionary, and you go, oh, spring onions, half and half. So what you do is, you find the vent, half and half, slide it to half and half, and instead of throwing that away in 3 or 4 days, you can throw it away in 3 or 4 weeks. Well, no, it'll be eaten before then, but you get the idea, right? So we'll pop that over there. We've got our salad. We will just, excuse fingers, a little bit of toss that around over there, not a problem. We will just give this a bit of a wipe down. Absolutely we will. Now, when you purchase an online business account with Tupperware, you actually get 15 to 25% discount off everything, and you can turn it into a side hustle. Do the hustle! Dun, 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 dun. It's a Tupperware hustle. You can turn it into a side hustle, you can do it online, or you can do it in-home. It's really quite flexible, and there's a 15 to 25% earning capacity as well, right? So when you think about it, 8 out of 10 homes own a piece of Tupperware. No one knows where to buy it from, right? So have a think about purchasing an online business account. You can save a little bit of money and make a little bit of money as well. All right, so there's our salad. Let's pop that over there. What I want to do is just show you. I've got to get some cucumber happening. I've got some cucumber in my Vent Smart container. These will last in my fridge for about 3 weeks. And again, I'm going to grab my Tupperware knife. And I will just give this a wash. I can't remember if it's been washed or not. With the, and that actually reminds me, with the Vent Smart container, wash your fruit and veggies as you use them, and that will also help them last 3 to 5 times longer than just sitting in a plastic bag at the bottom of your crisper, right? So that's awesome. So what we're going to do is we are just going to do a chunk of cucumber, and we will just pop that into bits, because I like some chunks in my cucumber. We will, there we go, and all we have to do now is just pop that straight into there, around the side there, and then I've got a few black olives left over, whole black olives, so we will just throw in some black olives, and I've also got a little bit of feta cheese. Now remember, you can take these to the deli, they stick them on the scales, and you can just say, can I get some of that feta cheese? When you are storing something that's a protein, like cheese, meat, egg, fish, nuts, beans, don't express the air out of there. Let the air stay in there. If you are transporting it and it's got liquid like feta cheese, definitely you want to make this product liquid tight, so you don't want to wash your groceries when you come home, right? So you put your thumb in the middle, lift up on, see the little curved tab? Lift that up as you're pushing down the middle, and you do that little burping sound, right? You burp your Tupperware, right? So that's now liquid tight. So normally in Tupperware we have a saying, if it's round, make a sound. If it's square, don't you dare. Never take the air out of a square. If it's square, leave it there. Unless it's a clear mate, then you want it to be liquid tight. You express the air out of there, so you're transporting your liquid with your feta cheese. If you've got any tofu with some liquid in there, beetroot, anything that's a liquid, express the air out of there. When it comes home, you just lift the seal up, seal it, let the air come back into there, and that's going to extend the life of that protein 3 to 5 times longer than if it was sitting in a plastic bag wrapped in paper. All right, so let's just grab some feta cheese. We will pop this straight over here. Let's do a few crumbly bits because I like my feta. We will just pop that straight down there, slice that in half that way, and then we'll just slice that straight into little cubey bits because I like my feta. There we go. How awesome is that? Feta cheese, yum, yum, yum. We'll just slide that straight into there. So there is our salad. How delicious is that? I'm not going to bother making a dressing up. You know what I'm going to do? I've got my olive oil in my little Tupperware oil dispenser. We'll just do a little splash of olive oil around there. Then I've got my red wine vinegar. Hang on. Red wine vinegar. I've got soy sauce in the other one. And I could never remember which one was which, but that's the soy sauce. This is the red wine vinegar. And I'm going to just do a little splash of red wine vinegar over there as well. I've got some Himalayan rock salt. This is the one touch fresh. This is a little bit more flexible. So you can pop them into the pantry and you can pop them into the fridge. Hear that click? That's the one touch click. And then these are so much easier on your wrist. So if you've got, joint pains, or if you're only 3 years old, or if you're 103 years old, grab the tab, peel the seal, and it's so much easier to open. And it's still a proper Tupperware airtight seal that'll keep the critters out and it'll lock the freshness in, right? So this is my, that's my rock salt in there. What I have done with, the chopper, after like 10 or 15 years, you sort of go, hang on, can I get more blades? You don't have to buy new blades. Pop your salt in there, pull the cord a few times. Not only does that turn your rock salt into table salt, it sharpens the blades for you. How cool is that? So literally, like that's all you have to do. Pop that on there. Give that a pull for as many times as you need as it's going to sharpen. It's going to turn your rock salt into table salt, and that's great when you want to add a little bit of salt to your salad dressing. How awesome is that, right? Now, pop that straight back up into here, and we will just throw in a little bit of black pepper, if I can find the black pepper. We can't find the black pepper, but that's okay. There's my little salad. If I'm not ready to eat that just yet, I go and grab my Frisbee that I flung over into the lounge room, seal that, pop it into the fridge. All right, we've got another 8 minutes left. I'm going to take photos. Give me a like, a follow, and a subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from, and if there's a particular Tupperware product that you want to know more about, let me know and I'll do a video on it for you, all right? Now, hang on. I knew there was something I was going to forget. You know what I've done? If you've been watching closely, you'll know what I've forgotten, right? I'll take a step out of the shot. Can you see what I've forgotten? Do you know what it is? Have a guess what it is. You know what it is? I forgot my troubles and I'm happy. I danced the cares away. Shout out and got happy. I'll cook for you another day. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.